We are here with Bling Empire's Kane Lim. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Kelly, and thank you for supporting the show. It's been like just overwhelming with all the response. It's crazy and just pretty blown away by it.
It's so well received, but so deservingly well received. I was addicted from episode 1, and then on it was like a binge series that maybe lasted like 2 days. I was that dedicated to just like next episode. But I'm so excited to get to talk to you because it's been renewed for another season.
Super excited about that. And as you said, when we were shooting the show, I knew we had like a hit, just based on the content and the stuff we filmed. But I just didn't expect it to be on such a global scale. I think it was the #1 unscripted show of all time for Netflix, which is pretty amazing.
Right.
I love the Selling Sunset show. So to hear that we were such a hit compared to them I was really happy about that. Yeah.
You knew it was a hit once you had filmed it, but a lot of people don't know that you were kind of the mastermind behind the show. You and Kelly, you guys came up with the idea for it and then you pitched it to Jeff Jenkins. Is that correct?
Yes, that's absolutely correct. This was like 5 years in the making.
Okay.
Kelly had this idea years ago to kind of put together like a whole ensemble of Asian people and hustlers in the US. Thanks to the movie Crazy Rich Asians, there was a huge demand by these networks and producers. And we're like, oh my God, who do we take it to? And obviously, Jeff was a legend in the industry. So we took it to him and, we just ran with it. And this has been actually 5 years in the making and 2 years when we pitched to Netflix. So it was a long process for 5 hours of content.
Yeah, well, okay. It's definitely worth it, but I can't believe it it was that long of a timeline to get things rolling. And now it's speedball of just major success. For season 2, what can we anticipate?
I'm not sure yet. I mean, we knew just a month ago, this came as a surprise because we all were doing press interviews. January to March, I was like, there goes my entire year because we were just doing back-to-back interviews and calls and stuff like that. So when they said you guys got picked up, we're like, really? We're none of us were jumping because we need a personal break as well.
Right.
Putting yourself out there to come out with all these storylines and I'm super excited to go forward, but I don't know what I'm going to talk about yet, but I know it's going to be a lot of fun.
I understand it's exhausting, but us fans are okay, guys, take your little quick nap and then get back in front of the camera. We want to watch.
I know.
I'm curious, are there any unseen parts of your life that maybe we didn't see last season that you're hoping we're going to get to see next season? I know you're pretty much an open book, but I'm curious, is there anything else that maybe we didn't get to see?
I hope so, because most people are like, all you do is have fun. I'm like, I actually work a lot. I'm in real estate and I do investments, I do demolitions, I do is interior design and stuff like that. I have a whole team behind me and no one sees that. So I hope, we did film some aspects of my work life, but I guess that didn't really make season 1 because I think it was more of an introductory to most people and also more fun stuff than work. But I think hopefully in season 2, we'll kind of dive into more our backgrounds and what we actually do for a living. Everyone wants a crossover with Selling Sunset and Bling Empire. And it's just a perfect pivot for me because I'm in real estate. So it's perfect, right? So when I was
going to ask because I saw on Instagram that you had posted a picture with Chriselle and all the fans in the comments were asking for a crossover. So I'm like, okay, if this happens, this is epic, amazing, everything.
It just makes so much sense for me because it's my job and it's just plus reality. I'm this makes amazing sense. And a month ago, I met Jason and Brett from Oppenheim Group, and they're like, "Hey, you should join us." I'm like, "Yes, I would love to." It just makes it'll be such a fun thing, and they have amazing cast members like Christine Quinn. She's crazy, which I love.
She's next level stunning. I can't. And she's just such a character. I could totally see you and her running those streets. Absolutely.
She reached out to me and she's like, Kane, I love you. I'm like, I love you too. I think you're one of the stars of the show. And you carried the show so well. You're very honest of your opinions and you're a very strong lady. And I respect that. And I love her outfits. And I'm like, I'm sure we could do something fun together. On that note,
100%. I'm popping my popcorn right now in anticipation for this. I can't wait. So circling back to Bling Empire, last season, We all fell in love with each and every one of you, but cast members and fans alike, sometimes we weren't the fondest of Kelly and Andrew's relationship. However, I know that they were trying to work it out last time we had seen a follow-up interview after the show. It was like, where are they now? So my question is, what is the status on them? Have they worked it out? Are they just friends?
I mean, I've known them for years, and their relationship has been always like a roller coaster.
Up and down, up and down.
Yeah. So I think Kelly is in such a good place right now being alone. I think I could say that. Kelly, I hope you're fine. They're in such a good place right now, just working on her production stuff. She comes from a very successful entrepreneurial background. So
right.
She's so happy in her life. She's not dating as much as I know since yesterday. So she just wants to focus on herself, because for years, like the past decade, she has always been in a relationship. I think this is the first time that she's being alone and being happy being alone. I think that's most important for her. I
think that's beautiful. It's time for Kelly to date herself for a little bit. Coming from another Kelly, I support that news you give me. And so on the show, you have such a big heart. I absolutely love that about you. So much. Not the only one. All the fans love that about you. And we got to see your big heart come into action when you took it upon yourself to find Kim's dad.
Yeah.
So tell me, as a friend, why was that so important for you to go and do that?
She wasn't happy with the idea of even looking for her dad or talking about it, because, Kim is a very protective girl, and she
had her guard up.
She has her guard up all the time. So if we didn't take a step doing that, she would never have found out that her dad was gone. Even in 5 years, I think it would be the same thing. So I think Kevin and I took it on ourselves, hey, we're going to do this, but out of compassion and out of truly wanting to help her.
Yeah.
You have to go in, not just for the storyline. We had to really think this is not TV. This is someone's life.
Real life.
About, so none of it was planned. We had this information that her dad was supposedly in Charleston, South Carolina. And we're like, okay, the producers were like, we need to go. Let's find out. And we went, and Kim, obviously, we wanted Kim to join the trip. And she's like, no, I don't want to know anything about it. Don't go, guys. It's fine.
Right.
But we're like, let's just go and see what happens. And, we were going to close the scene with okay, we couldn't find the dad. We had no information until the call came in. If you remember that scene?
Yes. You know what, honestly blows my mind is the fact that I'm assuming you guys weren't there for that long. How long were you guys there, filming that?
The filming day was 1 day. I stayed there for 3 days. Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
So it blows my mind that that actually happened and you guys were able to film that all in such a rapid pace.
It was insane. We went there just on one lead, and we went to the house to look for her dad's supposed house. And then we got a lead that her dad was in a nail salon, right?
Yeah.
So we just yelled nail salon. There was 19 of them in Charleston. And we just went one by one. On the third, obviously they don't show us going to every nail salon.
Right.
But literally on the third one, we found that lead. We're like, okay, we met his brother. I think we got something here. And then the brother was obviously denying it, right?
Right.
So we went back to the Airbnb, which I hated. And I'm joking.
You're like, this sucked. Okay.
Where's my safe?
Right. Well, listen, when you're on a detective job, the budget's put elsewhere.
I know. I'm like, so anyway, sorry for the tangent. So we were in the Airbnb, and we were going to we had just no idea what's going to happen. So the producers were like, let's close it. Let's wrap it up. Just end this. We couldn't find her dad. 5 minutes before we're going to wrap up, actually, no, even 15 seconds before we're going to just wrap up, the guys done, the call came in.
Okay. Have you ever seen the show Catfish on MTV?
I know of the show. Yes.
They go through a whole investigative process, and I've done research on it because I'm just a super TV fan. So I love looking into things. It takes them months to actually be able to from start to finish, crack the case, get in touch with somebody.
1 day.
I think a crossover show for you would be maybe to do that as well, because you've got the magic touch when it comes to
you're gonna
cracking the case.
So much in season 2, so much.
I love it. At the end of it, when Kim is thanking you and Kevin, not on the scene where you guys are sitting on the couch with her mom, but in the scene at the end of the party. Clearly, I love the show where I'm not at that.
You know everything.
Right? Yeah, I love it. So this happened, I watched it right when it came out, but right after her and Anna had a heart-to-heart. And then she goes and she thanks Kevin.
Yeah.
And, you know, it kind of seemed like she was like admitting that she had a little bit of a crush on him for what he had done when thanking her. So I'm curious, did anything happen with that? Do you think that she has a little bit of a crush on him for going out of his way?
He flirts with everything. He flirts with like a plant or my cat. You know, he flirts with anything that moves, and that's just him by nature. So, you know, there's always this flirtatious side to him. And Kim as well, like she's super flirty and stuff. I think that he's more interested in her.
Okay.
But we'll see what happens, because I know Kim's type. Like she wants someone super successful, like someone to like be on her level. And I know Kevin's gonna get there. You know, he's already on his way. He's like getting so many gigs, so many like, you know, jobs from like all these like, you know, Instagram collabs and stuff. He's gonna get there. So I think once he reaches better in his career, I think
level.
Exactly. I think maybe there's a chance, but definitely right now he's more into her than she's into him. So. Okay,
maybe by the end of season 2 we'll have a different update. We'll see. We'll keep on our fingers about that. Now, do you think with the whole Team Christine, Team Anna saga, that little war that was happening, are we going to leave that in season 1, or you think we're bringing that into season 2?
Oh no, I want that more. No, give me more.
You're like, keep it coming. Don't come to terms, guys.
Yeah, give me
I'm
more.
sure off camera it's not as like at each other's passive throats, but it's entertaining. I will say that.
Entertaining because you have to understand, like Christine comes from she's a valedictorian. She's like super smart and super competitive, and I think it's a good trait to have. Yeah. So, you know, I think teasing Anna a little, and I thought it was fun, but like, you know, obviously people were hurt, but we'll see what happens in season 2.
I can't wait. I feel like maybe that's something that like by the end of it, they will like resolve, but we need a little bit of it, you know, in season 2.
Like, come on, fight.
A little more, please guys, just a little. And so when we first met you, you know, on the show, getting to know you, getting to know who you are, you're very proud of your Instagram, which was successful even before the show. And your most prided follower was Rihanna. So my question is, now that the show has had huge success, and you, I'm sure, have blown up way more than maybe before the show, has anybody topped Rihanna? Have you gotten any other follower that's like...
She topped it herself. What? She topped it herself. I don't know if I'm under embargo right now. When would this be aired?
Maybe like next week.
So I am working with Fenty.
Okay, we are getting
I know. It's insane. Like, I mean, she topped it herself. I mean, when her team reached out to me, I'm like, she's like, because you and Rihanna have such a deep relationship, I thought this partnership would make sense. I was sitting on the call, I'm like, fuck.
You're freaking out. Oh, I was freaking out.
I have so much respect for her, and like just for them to want to be able to collaborate with an Asian person, especially in this time. It was even before the riots, they actually reached out. They were like, you know, Kane, we just want more Asian representation. And she has been so amazing in terms of, you know, just voicing her opinion of, you know, just stop Asian hate. And just to collab with such a big brand and a big person, like to me, it was like a full circle moment. She topped it herself. So.
And you know what the thing is, when I had that question planned out, I was like, you know, Rihanna's kind of untoppable, so I feel like he's not going to say anything. Who could top Rihanna? I mean, that is like, that is next level.
And she has been like super supportive throughout, you know, the few years, and very kind in terms of commenting or like messaging. I have so much respect for her, and she's great and all that she does. So really, I'm amazed. Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask, do you have any projects outside of Bling Empire that we maybe don't know about, but you kind of just...
I gave it to you, Fenty skin.
You just gave it to us with this Fenty collab. Is there anything else maybe? I mean, I'm not sure if you could top the bar even more than that.
That was the most like, I literally printed a contract and I'm like, I'm going to frame it up. It wasn't the money for me. It wasn't even the pay or anything. It was more that just the synergy and like just the, you know, the full circle moment, just to partner with someone that is so amazing and so, you know, just an icon. It was just a great collab. I don't know anything that could top that. But I've done a lot of other collabs.
Never. Hello, I got a Sephora. I buy a Fenty foundation, and I'm like glowing with excitement. This is like next level. Are you kidding? Yeah. Okay, well, following up on that incredible news, I have 3 fun questions for you. Though I'm literally like grinning ear to ear now, learning that. I'm so excited for this collab.
I know. Right now. I went above and beyond for it because, like, you know, most people, they just do like a normal routine. I went all out with it. I got like a purple ring to match like the thing. I got a
yes,
I just fell out because I was so happy to do it. I was just so happy to do it. And honestly, like, this will open so many other doors for me and hopefully other amazing collabs. But I really don't know what could top that in my head.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure it will, but I'm just not sure, like, really what could be like the next level.
100 million.
Okay, well, now that we've covered an incredible news, these next questions might seem a little bit not as exciting, but I want to know, what is your go-to favorite snack?
Favorite snacks? I love like chocolate almonds. I love that.
Yum! Yeah. Yeah. Like a Hershey's chocolate almond bar is like
not Hershey's, like dark chocolate.
You like dark chocolate? Okay. Yeah. Hats off to you. Yeah. It's better for you, and like if you eat dark chocolate, then like you won't consume as much chocolate because like it nicks the craving.
Yeah.
I like milk chocolate, but hats off to you.
Too. I love milk chocolate too. I was going to give you a more blinged up version, like an Air One, like chocolate, not Hershey's. Right. But I love Hershey's.
I'm sure. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, Hershey's. You're like, what? No.
Bling answer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Do you have any hidden talents?
My hidden talent? Oh, I think I can cook really well.
Okay.
I would go on MasterChef any day and I'll kill them. Like, I think I'm pretty good. Yeah.
He's going on Selling Sunset. He's going on MTV Catfish. He's doing the collab with Fenty. He's going to be on MasterChef. You are taking over our screens.
I cook really well. I just can't bake. I don't follow instructions.
Okay. Baking's hard. Because baking's kind of like
it's so
like a science project.
It is science, and I suck at science. So, you know, and so that's one talent. The other one, I can dance pretty damn well. So let's say that. Okay, well, hopefully we'll get to see both. What's your favorite thing to cook? I love pasta, like Italian pasta. Really yum. Pasta. Yeah, with an Asian twist to it. So, yeah. All right. And then my last question for you, if you could swap places with one of your fellow co-stars for one day, who would it be? None of them. You're like, just me. Duh. The one with the Fenty collab, obviously. You know, exactly. Who wants to, I might want to switch it to Kim because I might want to see how it feels to be so wanted. Like, right? Horny. I pick Anna. I just want to feel that, you know? Right. Okay. Well, I think you're pretty wanted. You're wanted by millions of people and Rihanna. So I would probably pick Anna because like the personalized shopping experience. Like I just hello, Chanel to my living room right now. Yeah, exactly. They just go to, she shops after hours, by the way. When the shop closed, she goes there. Yeah. I love it. It's crazy. So I would probably pick her just for the day and then pack my new things with me when I go back to being Kelly. She'll love to hang out with you. Right? Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for getting to chat with me about the upcoming season, your Fenty collab, and just getting to know you. I love you so much. Like you just have such a big heart. You have such a wonderful personality. And this was just such a treat for me to get to chat with you. I just want to say thank you to people like you who bring awareness to the show and supportive of the show, because without people like you, this show wouldn't be a success. So I just want to say thank you again. I always end my interviews just thanking the host of doing this, because this show is such a big success because of really people like you. So I appreciate that. And I hope to kill it in other seasons and other, maybe Selling Sunset. I don't know, but like, we'll see. But thank you so much for having me. It's so much fun today. Well, thank you so much. Okay, hey, well, I'll go ahead. I have a surprise. Maybe you could join my Fenty giveaway. This is. Should I keep recording? Wait. Yeah, it's coming soon. It's coming soon. There'll be a really fun giveaway with Fenty, so we'll see. Okay, all right. Well, guys, you heard it here first. I love it. This is like the most like exclusive. Like we got all the good details. Got all the scoop. Yeah. For real. This is the real entertainment scoop. I'll tell you that. Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Kane. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.